Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire, apart from being one of the most entertaining monster movies in pop culture, has also laid out a very strong foundation for the expansion of the Monsterverse in several interesting directions. And this honestly makes me just as excited as being invited for a romantic dinner by our very own Amazonian princess aka Wonder Woman. As a matter of fact, we do have some very interesting official updates at this point which give us a very strong indication of where the franchise might be heading, and that is exactly what I am going to cover in this video. So it goes without saying that this video will contain major spoilers. If anyone watching this video has not yet had the chance to see the movie, I request you to drop everything that you are doing right now, even if you are actually on a romantic dinner with your girlfriend, and head to your nearest movie theater and enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime adventure ride called Godzilla Kong: The New Empire. As a matter of fact, I would suggest you guys to go and watch the movie multiple times if you truly want Legendary Studios to make more contents featuring this gorgeous atomic lizard and this very handsome hairy gentleman over here. Before I dive deep into the main subject of this video, I am going to request you to spend just 1 second of your time to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, because that is the only motivation for me to work harder and to bring you more and more such awesome contents. As much as I hate to say this, if the Monsterverse truly intends to expand into a major cinematic universe, it cannot afford to rely on Godzilla and Kong every single time. So far, each and every Monsterverse project that we have gotten, including the Monarch miniseries as well as the animated Netflix TV show, has featured either the Big G or Kong as the main protagonist in some form and capacity. According to my observation, majority of fans seem to believe that the next Monsterverse project is going to introduce either Space Godzilla or Destroyah from the Toho Kaiju universe, and I totally understand where they're coming from. Director Adam Wingard had an interview with IGN about a couple of days ago where he clearly mentions that he has some very interesting ideas regarding where to go forward with this franchise. He further goes on to reveal that a potential sequel is more likely to be focused on Godzilla, with Kong acting like a secondary character. What really surprises me is the fact that how most people, including all the hardcore followers of the Monsterverse, seem to have totally ignored the first season of the recently concluded Monarch miniseries in a manner very similar to how most of you ignore the human characters in these Monsterverse movies. If you are a true follower of the Monsterverse, not watching the first season of Monarch is probably even more stupid than waiting for an airplane at a freaking shipyard. So, I suggest you to do yourself a favor and go check out Monarch Season 1, because it actually is a pretty awesome show. As a matter of fact, the only Monsterverse project that is 100% officially confirmed at the moment is a second season of Monarch, which is reportedly going to be set between the events of King of the Monsters and GVK. To give you a short summary, the show introduces us to a specific region of the Hollow Earth known as the Axis Mundi, where time apparently passes by faster as compared to the other regions as a result of the enormous levels of gravitational inversions in the area. What I am trying to say is that this show basically has opened up the possibility of traveling through time within the Monsterverse, which is something that could turn out to be a very critical element for the future of the franchise going forward. You are not going to tease something as significant as time travel unless you are totally crazy like the makers of Black Adam, where we got a cameo from Henry Cavill's Superman teasing a potential Black Adam vs. Superman movie, only to find out a month later that Henry Cavill has officially left the role of Superman. Every single thing that has been teased by Legendary Studios, including this giant skeleton which somehow managed to make Kong look like a freaking insect, as well as the mention of a Titan who apparently consumed a star, is going to have some form of payoff at some point. I mean, if you simply take a look at the history of the franchise so far, we were first teased of this event where the Big G was hit by an atomic bomb, and we got to see the actual footage in the first season of Monarch. Then we were teased with these cave paintings of Monster Zero, and we got to witness the introduction of King Ghidorah in King of the Monsters. Finally, we had this cave painting of this very peculiar looking Titan, which resulted in the introduction of Shimo in the New Empire. I am sorry DC fans, but I am gonna say it again. Unless you are as stupid as the management team behind the DC Extended Universe, every single stuff that was teased in the New Empire is going to be addressed at some point in the future of this amazing franchise. That finally brings me to the rumors about the introduction of Space Godzilla or Destroyah as the next big bad guy of the Monsterverse. Well, I am afraid to disappoint you, because the chances of that happening seems to be pretty low because of two main reasons. The first is of course those two Titans that I just mentioned are too iconic and powerful to be introduced so early. That would be kind of similar to making Thanos or Doctor Doom the main antagonist of Iron Man 3 if we really are serious about turning the Monsterverse into a major cinematic universe. Introducing Destroyah or Space Godzilla in just the 6th movie in the franchise is probably going to be a huge wasted potential, and I am pretty sure Mr. Wingard is aware of that. The second main reason which makes me feel that those two iconic kaijus are not joining the Monsterverse anytime soon is because Legendary Studios currently looks much more interested to introduce their own uniquely manufactured Titans. That is primarily the reason behind the introduction of a ton of new Titans, most notably Scar King and Shimo, who is now also confirmed to be the first Titan to come into existence. I personally believe Titan Shimo definitely deserves a solo project with the kind of reception that she got in the New Empire, even if you feel she is not popular enough to carry a big theatrical movie on her own. I believe a prequel miniseries focusing on her origins would be a really good idea. I think that would be a really smart way to answer some of the most burning questions regarding the Hollow Earth while at the same time also building up Shimo's legacy within the franchise. Another possibility which I keep saying is a Son of Kong movie focused on this adorable little creature over here. I have been hearing a few rumors that Legendary Studios are looking to develop a remake of the original Son of Kong movie, and with the way the New Empire ended with Zuko and Kong developing almost a father-son kind of relation, I think this really seems like a very likely scenario at the moment. Now let me once again address the main subject of this video, Godzilla Part 3, which is definitely confirmed at this point courtesy of what Mr. Wingard said in his interview with IGN. At this point, I am going to have to take you back to the very end of Godzilla x Kong, which establishes the Big G as the ultimate protector of the surface world while Kong takes up the responsibility to rule over the kingdom of the Hollow Earth. So by that logic, my personal prediction would be that this very beautiful gentleman over here known as Biolante, who is basically another very popular kaiju from the Toho universe, would be the main antagonist for Godzilla Part 3. This makes perfect sense because if you have followed the Toho kaiju movies in your childhood, you would realize that what Mr. Wingard says over here regarding his plans for the third Godzilla movie perfectly fits Biolante as the primary antagonist of that movie. This particular Titan was created by a crazy scientist inside his laboratory by genetically fusing the DNAs of Godzilla, a human and a rose plant into a single cell. This resulted into this massive oversized 420 feet tall mutated plant monster. So, as you can see, Biolante, much like Godzilla himself, was formed primarily due to exploitations on Mother Nature by human beings. So, their rivalry could actually be pretty intense and emotional if Legendary Studios decides to come up with a more dark and intense script, this time kind of similar to the first Godzilla movie of 2014. That is all I had to share in this video. Please let me know your own thoughts regarding the future of the Monsterverse in the comments down below. And please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.